All right. We got 15 seconds for your intro. All right. So we're going to 5 seconds. Come in, turn this stuff on.
Brother, it's a long road from Amistad to Toho. Doesn't matter which way you go, the miles are all the same.
Welcome to the Fishing Radio Show. I'm your host, Scott Berry, here on 102.1 The One. We're presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, White River Marine, Ranger and Nitro boats powered by Mercury. Hey, check your zero, check your gear, ammo, optics, and range day essentials for dialing in your shot. Shop Bass Pro Shops today. And don't be fishy when choosing your bank. Choose Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. And Freedom Bank Guest of the Week, we got a good one. OMTT angler, my good buddy, Table Rock legend Kelley Power will be in the house with us here in a few minutes. And our special guest today will be Donnie Nall with Donatello's Marine Upholstery. Crank those outboards. Mercury trivia question time. Have the performance of a lifetime. Run a Mercury. Sharpen your thinking skills with Gamakatsu in the Extreme Outdoors Auric Marine Tackle Pack Trivia question. And here it is, folks. What is the most important thing for live well fish care during the heat of the summer? Give us a call at 417-447-1021 with your Sunline answer. That's 417-447-1021. And the answers, is it A, keeping the water cool and well oxygenated? Or B, keeping the aerators on all day and adding G-juice? Or C, adding G-juice and a bag of ice? Bass Pro Shops, segment 1, brought to you by Bass Boat Technologies, McAllister Marine, Toter Sticks, and Port of Kimberling Marina. And Pro Guide Batteries, Fishing Gossip. Get your Pro Guide batteries at Auric Marine. And a lot of buzz going around the MLF right now. The BFL series is talking about turning the Pro-Am circuit, where you have the pro and the co-angler, into a team tournament format. Rumors are flying around about this. I don't know if they have everything set in stone, but from what I'm hearing, it's not going over very well with some of the outspoken anglers. And I don't know that I'm a big fan of it either. I know they need to make some changes there, but I do not want to see them take out the co-angler part. That's how a lot of guys get started. That's how I got started, fishing bigger tournaments, was fishing Central Pro-Am back in the day on the co-angler side. And I just don't want to see that format go away. But we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do. Full Metal Customs, custom handrails, exterior property gates, and much more. And Power Pole Down, Headhunter Lures Tackle Spotlight. Power Pole, the one and only lightweight champ. And hey, the first ever pre-rigged urchin bait right out of the box comes from Headhunter Lures right here in Cassville, Missouri. They have 11 colors, 3 sizes to choose from. You can get them at Extreme Outdoors in Branson West Marine or Fin and Feather right here in Springfield, Missouri. And Mustang Survival Big League Fishing News, BASS, August 13th through the 16th. They'll be on Lake Champlain, kicking off their smallmouth swing there. August the 6th through the 9th on Lake Erie, the MLF will be there. And the NPFL just wrapped things up on the St. Lawrence River. And my good buddy Zach Burge did it again. Man, what a year he is having. Congratulations goes out to him on winning that event on the St. Lawrence River. And the Ozark Mountain Team Trail, again, our Bass Pro Shops Championship will be this fall on Table Rock Lake. You can win a Nitro Z20 with a 250 Mercury on the back of it. And we've had several teams qualify for that championship, so we'll be looking forward to that this fall. Local, the ABA Shriners, October the 18th on Truman Lake. And Johnson Brothers Roofing, great roofs at a fair price. Call Johnson Brothers Roofing at 417-214-5401. Or check them out on Facebook. And we have any callers? Yeah, we do. All right, let's go out here and see if we can get an answer for this trivia question. All right, caller 1, who have I got?
No. Looks like they hung.
They hung up. All right. Well, we're looking for a caller to win a tackle pack. And there's a lot of fishing goodies in there. There's a Bass Pro gift card, and we've got another caller. Here we go. All right. Who have I got? Hello.
Stan?
Hey, Stan. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Thanks for listening to the show.
I'm not familiar with this. Is a little bit different format. Before you would have somebody answer differently. So.
No, it's all good, man. You are live on the air. Do you need me to read that question again?
Answers.
You need the answers. Okay. The answers are keeping water cool and well oxygenated, keeping the aerators on all day and adding G-juice, or adding G-juice in a bag of ice.
I would say keeping it cool, like with ice and aerators on. Is there an answer for that?
Yeah, you got it close enough, buddy. It's keeping the water cool and well oxygenated. So you want to add ice to that water throughout the day to keep it cool. You want to put some G-juice in there as well to take the chlorine out of the ice. And you also want to run your oxygenator or your aerators all day so it keeps that water oxygenated there. Stan, what's your last name, buddy?
Meyer, Meyer.
All right, Stan. Hey, you can stop by the station during normal business hours and pick that up here at 102.1 The One in Springfield, Missouri.
Sounds good.
All right, we did kind of jump the gun a little bit there on the trivia question. That was my fault. I was supposed to wait a little bit when Stan said that. I get it now. Pro Guide Batteries, fishing gossip. Get your Pro Guide batteries at Oric Marine. The MLF, I already talked about that. No, I was right. I didn't jump ahead. It's time for us to take a Ranger boat break, and we will be right back after these messages.
Hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way. Hunting and fishing and loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting red dirt rich and Flint River paid. Hunting, fishing, loving every day.
Do you have any creepy crawly bugs around your home? Call Buzz Pest Control at 417-409-3802 to eliminate all your pest control needs today. Buzz also installs vapor barriers, sump pumps, and does mold remediation to crawl space areas. Proudly serving Southwest Missouri, Buzz Pest Control.
Extreme Outdoors, the largest tackle store near Table Rock Lake. Extreme Outdoors staff is dedicated to making your next fishing trip a success by showing you what lures the fish are biting and even a few tips on how to catch them. Extreme Outdoors carries all the finest lures, rods, reels, line, and accessories for the first-time angler or that hardcore tournament veteran. Extreme Outdoors, the tackle store on the way to Table Rock Lake, located just behind Ulrich Marina in Branson, West Missouri, or online at extremeoutdoors.us.
Don't be fishy when choosing your next bank. Set the hook on Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. Freedom Bank proudly serves customers across Southwest Missouri with 7 branches and a variety of banking needs. From cattle experts to mortgage lending, Freedom Bank has a lender to fit your lifestyle. Choose the bank that knows you by name and delivers the service you deserve. Choose Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
That old boat and motor on its last leg? Take it to Ulrich Marine's award-winning shop staff, and they can bring new life to an old boat and motor or sell you a new one. Ulrich Marine, located in Branson, West Missouri, does warranty and service work on outboard and inboard motors. They also sell new and used boats. So the next time your engine won't crank, take it to Ulrich Marine in Branson, West Missouri.
Are the seats in your boat cracked, damaged, or torn? Has your boat carpet seen better days? Call Donatello's Upholstery and let them deliver the makeover your boat deserves. Donatello's Upholstery are the reliable marine upholstery experts in Springfield, Missouri. Donatello's Upholstery has custom colors and design, unmatched craftsmanship, and they choose quality over quantity. Call Donatello's Upholstery at 417-425-4833 for a free assessment and let them bring your marine upholstery to life.
Is your HVAC keeping your home warm and cool? If not, call Jameson Heating and Air. Jameson Heating and Air brings over 2 decades of expertise to the forefront of heating and cooling services. Their primary focus is your satisfaction and comfort. They specialize in the installation and maintenance of heating and air systems. System replacement is based on options that are most logical and economical to meet your budget. Maintenance programs offered to keep your system maintained and keep you comfortable year-round. 24/7 service and repairs on all makes and models. Trusted by the Fishing Radio Show, Jameson Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. 417-222-2350.
Long days, fast runs, changing conditions. Mustang Survival delivers on-the-water safety gear that anglers trust. From inflatable life jackets, foam PFDs to waterproof outerwear. Visit MustangSurvival.com today.
You and me go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars.
Welcome back to the Fishing Radio Show, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. All Aboard Marine Segment 2 is brought to you by Championship Marine Fiberglass Boat Repair and Donatello's Marine Upholstery. And we'll have my good buddy Donnie Nall on here in the next segment to tell us all about Donatello's Marine Upholstery. TH Marine College and High School Fishing News is treated by Buzz Pest Control and the coangler.com College News. The Drury Panthers Turtle Box winner goes to Brandy Tunnel. Brandy, congratulations on winning that Turtle Box from the Drury fishing team there. And Right Height High School Junior High News, JP Sells your man for the NYFA, all your high school fishing news. And it's time for the Twin Spring Outboards Fishing Report. Custom-built aluminum jet boats. Twin Spring Outboards, they specialize in custom jet boats and Mercury outboard motors. Twin Spring Outboards offer Mercury service and sells Blazer, All-Weld, and Delta jet boats. Run shallow, 573-732-3386, Twin Spring Outboards. And Headhunter Lures Bass Fishing Report. And my good buddy Kelley Power is in the house. He's not on the camera yet, but I'm going to let you give us a fishing report for bass fishing.
Boy, it's been pretty good. I mean, if you look at the night weights and what's been going on during the day down there, man, it's taken anywhere from 17 to 19 pounds to win at night, and several 15-pound bags. The day stuff, I know a lot of them, like the little Cape Fear event, it's only a 4-fish deal, but it's taking 15 plus to win.
Yeah.
It sounds like, I was talking to a bunch of boys yesterday that they're deep fish that they're scoping around on are starting to bunch up a little bit with this hotter weather. But it sounds like there's a really good shallow bite going on. And I would think with this weather changing, you can pick up a top water and drop trolling motor and just go. So that's been a pretty good deal. But I think the deep bite's probably been the most consistent. We've got color pretty much everywhere in the lake.
Yeah.
We had enough rain and they pulled enough stuff through that all the rivers seem to be good colored. I would tell you 0 to 10 foot worm, jig, the old traditional stuff, or top water, that deeper stuff. Man, we cannot keep the spider monkeys, the quickies, all of that stuff. We just can't keep them in stock. And them boys are catching a bunch of fish on them. I didn't realize it was going to be as good a summertime bait as what it is. So,
yeah.
If you can get your hands on one, you better try it out.
Yep. Just talked about them a while ago for sure. I Am Outdoors Crappie Fishing Report, located north of Buffalo, Missouri, and home of the Crappie Slammers jig and Crappie Slammers rods and the Matthews bows. Again, the crappie fishing's about the same. Brush and 15 to 25 foot of water, suspended in the pole timber 15 to 30 feet, mainly on Stockton and Palm de Terre is what I'm talking about. Those Crappie Slammer shad grubs and paddle tails in the 2-inch version on an 1/8 ounce head are working really well. And, those white bass are still everywhere. Early and late, they'll be surfacing. If you want to take somebody fishing and catch a bunch of fish, that's a good way to do it. Vertus rods made in the USA. You can use the code OMTT30 to get 30% off at Bates.com. And you've also got those Vertus rods down there at Extreme Outdoors. Stop in and see them in Branson West. And it's time to take a Pro Guide battery break. And we'll be right back with our special guest, Donnie Nall with Donatello's Upholstery.
Out here, every moment matters, and it all starts with Bass Pro Shops. From the gear you trust to the expert advice you rely on, Bass Pro Shops helps you make the most of every hunt, cast, and campsite. Fishing, hunting, camping, boating, and more. Find everything you need for the outdoors under one roof. Voted America's best outdoor retailer, Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
There's only one place to take your boat, jet ski, pontoon, or yacht to get the oops and dings out of the finish. That's Championship Marine, located in Spokane, Missouri. So when your toy gets dinged up, take it to Championship Marine, Spokane, Missouri.
When tying on your next lure, make sure you're tying it with Sunline. Sunline offers a broad selection of fishing lines to suit every angler's needs. Whether it's fluorocarbon, braid, or monofilament, Sunline has you covered. Thinner, stronger fishing line. Sunline, fishing the line with the strength to guarantee confidence.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Power your adventures and elevate your efficiency with ProGuide batteries, where cutting-edge technology meets unparalleled reliability. ProGuide batteries provide extended runtime, allowing you to stay on the water longer without worrying about power. Engineered to deliver consistent power output, ensuring optimal performance for your adventure. Power up with ProGuide. Unlock the full potential of your power source with ProGuide battery chargers. Designed to stay plugged in year-round and wake up with sleep lithium batteries, ensuring you will be fully charged for your next adventure. Join thousands of satisfied anglers who rely on ProGuide for their fishing adventures. ProGuide, official battery of the Fishing Radio Show.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubauer with Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet Buick and GMC in West Plains and Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet of Waynesville. We are proud to support the Fishing Radio Show and Ozark Team Trail. So if you're looking for a new Chevy or GMC truck to pull that boat to the lake, come to a Taylor Grubauer dealership in West Plains or Waynesville. Together, let's drive to a Taylor Grubauer dealership.
Virtus Rods by Phoenix, made right here in the Ozarks, but meet the needs of fishermen everywhere. Virtus rods are lure-specific design, and once you put one in your hand, catching your next fish will be easy. Sensitivity and quality are of the highest standards when it comes to Virtus rods. Whether it's a blue diamond or a red diamond series, holding a Virtus rod will be sure to keep a smile on your face, knowing you're holding the finest fishing rod on the market. Get your Virtus rods at www.bates.com and use discount code OMTT30 for a 30% off. Virtus, a fisherman's best friend.
Welcome back to the Fishing Radio Show, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. And I'm going to turn my sheet over here. Mercury Outboard Segment 3 is brought to you by Kimberling Oaks Resorts, Cabins at Table Rock, and White Wing Resort. Garmin Guest of the Week, heated and cooled by Jameson Heating and Air. It is my good buddy Donnie Nall with Donatello's Upholstery. Donnie, welcome to the Fishing Radio Show, buddy.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, doing good.
Hey, Donnie, tell us what you got going on there at Donatello's Marine Upholstery, and what do you do there, man?
Well, we pretty much just do marine stuff. Once in a while, some auto comes in, but for the biggest part, some carpet and some flooring. For the biggest part, we do lots of cushions. We do some custom stuff. You can have different colors if you want, but for the biggest part, I do lots of runabouts and cab cruisers, that kind of a thing. I need to get some more bass boats in here.
Yeah, you guys out there listening, it's got a bass boat. It's got bad carpet in it. Donatello's Upholstery will put new carpet in that boat, and even aluminum boats. I know my good buddy Scott Gare brought you his aluminum jet boat, and you put new carpet in it for him here a while back, and did a great job.
Well, good. I'm glad that he likes that.
Yeah. So you do seats, you do carpet. Do you mess around with that C-Deck stuff at all?
No, we don't do C-Deck right now. And we do some canvas work. We don't. We do repairs on canvas, like I don't know, just replacing zippers, and maybe if you've got a hole, or icing glass and that kind of a thing. But no, right now we're not doing any of the C deck flooring.
Now, you mentioned if somebody's got a hole, if they got a tear or a hole in their seat, can you repair that, or do you just recover it?
Kind of just depends on what kind of shape the seats are in. The best thing probably would be to take it apart and redo it. But sometimes I can rescue them. It just kind of depends on what kind of shape the vinyl's in. Sometimes that stuff doesn't want to move and likes to crack and things like that. And so if that's the case, we need to probably go ahead and replace what's there. But occasionally I can do some repairs on them. I always try to. It just kind of just depends on how old the stuff is and how it's been taken care of.
Yeah. So if you have if somebody calls and wants some work done, do they bring it to you? Do you go to them? And tell us where you're located.
Well, I'm on the north side of Springfield. And if a lot of times it kind of just depends. A lot of the boats that I do are big boats from Lake of the Ozarks, and they never leave the water. So on those, a lot of times I've got an enclosed trailer, and I'll just go to them and take out the upholstery, and I'll bring it to the shop, repair it, and then I'll go reinstall it. But it kind of just depends what the customer and what it is. For the biggest part, I can come to you and fix the thing and then bring it back. I don't do any mobile repairs generally. I've got to bring stuff to the shop, but it just depends. Like I've got a bass boat coming next week they'll drop off and then I'll finish. But it just depends on what it is. But the majority, I don't know. A lot of the times I go to them.
Yeah. So, couple more questions. I know a lot of people, they get stains on their boat carpet. What's the best way to clean boat carpet?
Well, just see what works. I'm not really a professional in the cleaning areas of that. I would say just bring it to me and I'll replace it.
There you go. There you go, man. Hey,
yeah.
Donnie, again, tell us what's your phone number, where you located, how can our listeners get a hold of you if they've got some repairs?
Well, my phone number is 417-425-4833, and I'm in Springfield, Missouri at 2031 North Main. And I've got a website that you're welcome to go to, donatellasupholstery.com. And then I've got a Facebook page that I keep up with pretty good. You can see some of the work that I've done and what kind of projects we have going on.
Good stuff, man. Hey, Donnie, thanks for being on the show today. And our listeners out there, again, if you got boat carpet, boat seats, Donatello's Upholstery will take care of you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on.
You bet, man. Have a good weekend and stay cool.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right, man. Thanks to Donnie again for being our Garmin guest of the week. And it's time to take a Nitro Boats break. And when we get back, we'll be at Bass Pro Shop's next cast with my good buddy Kelley Pyre right here beside me.
Nothing too ambitious. She ain't even thinking about what's really going on right now. But I guarantee this memory. When choosing a lure to catch the fish of a lifetime, choose Headhunter Lures. Each lure has unique abilities and colors to get you closer to the catch of a lifetime. Whether it's the Nasty Night spinnerbait, the HH Minnow jerkbait, the PT Ringer swim baits, or the new 7-inch super soft crawler worms, Headhunter Lures has the lures you need and the colors you want. Did I mention easy on the wallet? Priced right and available at Extreme Outdoors or at headhunterlures.com.
It's more than an activity. It's your favorite pastime. Now it's time to go tell a fish story. Garmin EchoMap Ultra 2. Now you can screen record your best catch and show it off to your friends. Wirelessly connect 2 chart plotters to share sonar and user data. Get even greater positional accuracy. Easier to use than ever. Sonar with vivid color is still Garmin best in class. Garmin Navionics plus maps with daily updates. Wirelessly connect to your Garmin Force trolling motor and get to fish faster. Continue the tradition with a tool for the future. Tell a new fish story with Garmin EchoMap Ultra 2.
Don't buy a home without a home inspection from Barry's Home Inspections. BHI is the #1 inspector for new and used homes in Southwest Missouri. It's better to find out before rather than after when purchasing your new home. Call Scott Berry today at 417-861-2983 and schedule your inspection.
When performance matters, there's only one name on the water: Nitro Boats. Built for anglers who demand speed, precision, and tournament-ready power. From sunrise launches to weigh-in wins, Nitro delivers legendary performance without compromise. Don't just fish the competition, leave them in your wake. Nitro Boats, performance you can feel. Visit your local Bass Pro shops or dealer today. Adventure starts here.
For over 50 years, one name has defined what means to lead on the water. Ranger Boats. Precision built, purpose driven, trusted by champions and weekend anglers alike. From first cast to final run, Ranger delivers unmatched craftsmanship, innovation, and control because legends aren't born, they're built. Ranger Boats, still building legends. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Elevate your forward-facing live sonar experience to new heights with All Aboard Marine. Getting more out of your sonar means getting more fish in the boat. All Aboard Marine mounts are crafted entirely from full aluminum and engineered to the highest standards. Every component is designed for strength, longevity, and precision. All Aboard Marine is the only mount that lets your transducer sync seamlessly with the trolling motor when boat control isn't an issue. Then quickly unsync when spot lock is engaged. Whether paired with the scope stick, sync stick, or the Pro Options foot control, you get total control and a forward-facing sonar experience built to adapt on the fly. All Aboard Marine, a mounting solution that performs as hard as you do on the water.
I found a girl who loves to fish. She wants to do it all the time. Early in the morning, in the middle of the night. She's hooked, and now she can't.
Welcome back to the Fishing Radio Show, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. White River Marine Segment 4 is brought to you by Solarbat Eyewear. Guest code OMTT26 gets you 40% off. And it's time for the Taylor Gruball Chevrolet GMC Buick Find Them and Catch Them Guest Seminar. Shop Taylor Gruball in West Plains or Waynesville for your next Chevy, GMC, or Buick, and you won't be sorry. Hey, I've got the Table Rock legend, OMTT angler, my good buddy Kelley Pyre right here beside me. And first of all, I want to ask you, you've got something going on down there that's coming up, the Extreme Outdoors Fishing Camp. Tell us about this.
Well, we had the kids fishing camp last weekend, and it was a phenomenal turnout. It was kind of funny. We had it slated from 9 to 2, and I get down there about 7 in the morning, and by 7:30 I've got 25 parents and 30, 40 kids lined up outside, and I'm like, guys, it's not until 9. They're like, it's going to be hot, so if we can get in early. So we had a great deal. We gave away rods, reels, rod socks, a bunch of stuff for the kids. We had some of our pro anglers there teaching the kids how to tie knots. The Coast Guard was there talking to the parents and the kids about boat safety, handing out literature. We had some life jackets on one of our boats there to kind of show kids how. It's something I did for years with the high schools or even the middle schools.
Yep.
Around here of teaching the kids how to put a life jacket on, what to do with it. So we did all of that, and then we had a casting contest outside, and man, they had a blast, and it was a phenomenal turnout. It went great. It's something that at that level we do a lot of kid stuff throughout the year, but we've kind of got to the point to where we need. I've had a bunch of parents this week that have messaged me and said, "Hey, our kids are thrilled about their rods, and they're hounding us to take them to the water to go fishing," and that's what it's all about.
Yep. Getting those kids out there, teaching them how to do things right, and getting them on the water, and then they want to come back and do it again. Extreme Outdoors Tackle Shop. I know you guys are busy down there. How's the business?
Business has been outstanding. Our online business has just really took off big. It amazes me, as being in this business for 40 years, how far away we send product to. And you didn't think about it whenever you started it, but that all's going great. We're trying to be innovative, and that was kind of my deal from day one, is carry those things that are not, um, the everyday.
Yeah.
And so we've got a lot of really cool products with the forward facing. We're carrying all of that newer stuff and trying to keep it rolling through there and keep everybody with up to date product. Because for me, if I can't touch it and feel it, I don't order as much stuff
Yeah.
online. And so this gives guys an opportunity to come down there and check it out. And before they spend $10 or $50 on a bait, they can look at it and go, well, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Up the hill, Ulrich Marine. How's things going in that neck of the woods?
It is, we're having a stellar year on Mercury repowers, our boat line stuff. We carry Godfrey pontoons, and Godfrey's been around for about 50 years, and they have a whole wide array of deck boats and all that stuff. That's going good. The Bass Cat has been amazing. With where I come from in this area, I just didn't realize, I guess maybe I didn't pay attention to the following, and it is amazing, the boats that we're selling and the customers that are coming to us. Icon, they're still a new up and coming growing company. Actually, one of our top guides on the lake, Jacob Wade, picked up his new Icon this last week. So that deal's going good, but we're doing the same things we've always done. We carry $1 million worth of parts every day. Our service department is second to none. This time of year, it's 911s for the runabouts and the people here on vacation. And here in about when school starts and going into October, it's going to be 911s for tournament anglers so that we can get their boats back on the water and get them back to fishing. So it's business as normal, but it's been very good. We have a phenomenal staff that's been with us for a long time, and just moving forward, we've got 4 technicians right now, and we're looking for a B or an A tech that wants to make really good money. And we offer health insurance and 401 matching money and all that stuff. So we're 40 years in, and we plan on being there another 40.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. How long is it going to take Jacob Wade to get one of those slimy spoonbills all over that new Icon boat?
Well, he actually, he kept his old boat.
Oh, well, that's good.
And
that's good. That's
so
good.
he's I got 2 storage bays for him, and his old boat is going to be a spoonbill boat, and the new one's going to be his incentive money boat.
That's good. That's good. Hey, you got something big coming up here around the corner, August the 4th, down in Stone County. Tell us a little bit about that.
Not much of a politician. Everybody knows that I'm kind of, man, I don't say loud. I'm very direct in what I know and what I'm passionate about. Listen very well. There's some changes that need to happen in our county down there. And I just feel like with my 40 years of business background and where I've been and what I've done, that with some of the things that have transpired, it was time for somebody to step up. And I had a bunch of community leaders that came to me and just said, hey, we want you to do this. And I think it's been God's will since the day it all started. And man, people are like, you give everybody your phone number. I've had the same phone number since cell phones came out and bag phones. I got the crazy part is with the media stuff that I have and have had for years. I got people, my good buddy out in LA, Rick Grover, that owns Anglers Marine. He called me here a while back and he's like, are you crazy? What are you thinking? Well, there's some stuff, there's some big things that I've been working on for about 10, 11 years. There's some stuff that is starting to come together without me pushing it. There's people coming to me going, hey, this is some things we want to do and we want to get done. So, August 5th, there's some political stuff that's got to happen, and people, decide whether they're staying or going. But August 5th, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to make stuff happen. And we're gonna grab the root of that tree and we're going to shake it hard enough that the leaves probably fall out so that we can get everything started from ground zero. A lot of these people that don't know me or that are run against me go, oh, well, listen, he's going to shake the whole. Nah, it's interpretation of how they want to twist it. We're going to take the platform that county's got. I mean, with what's coming, Silver Dollar City. I mean, they're building their first venue, and there's 2 more coming on that property. The Plaster property just sold. The guy that bought or owns the landing has bought all of that land.
Wow.
There's stuff that is coming. We should already be a class 2. We're going to get that done. We'll be a class 1 by the end of 28. It's all coming. Things are going to happen. And I am excited to jump in there and be able to work with a good group of elected officials to make the changes that we need. And we'll see where it all pans out.
That's good, man. I'm happy for you. August the 4th, get out and vote for Kelley Power right here beside me down in Stone County. And let's talk about Table Rock Lake, man. You're known as a legend on Table Rock Lake. You've been around that lake. You cut your teeth there. You have won numerous tournaments there. And what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen in the last 10, 15 years?
Probably the biggest one, the conservation doing the right thing and putting some structure back in the lake is definitely, it's one of them things that wasn't my type of fishing, but I've had to learn that I got to go pay attention to that stuff. I mean, I caught a 9-pounder in December in a tournament that was out of a conservation pile behind my house that I never fished. And so that has been a good help. Probably the thing that I see the most is just the amount of pressure, and there's so many people out, and I think that's great. For these guys that are wanting to learn to be a better fisherman, the biggest thing I tell them, and it's hard for them to listen sometimes, whether you got big credentials or not, is I get a lot of these guys that they just keep going, and I see them at the tackle store. Well, we went up to James today, and I'll see him in a couple of days. We went up to James today, and I'll see him in a couple of days. We went up to James today. And I'm like, man, if you're going to spend the money and the time and you're going to buy the boat and buy the tackle, run around and learn the rest of the lake, because I've been labeled that, oh, well, you're the king of the James River. When I sat down and sat in my office at home and look at all of the things that I've accomplished, we probably won more tournaments from Point 9 to the Long Creek Bridge than we've won up the James. Oh. We won a lot of stuff up in the White River and the Kings. And I try and instill in that younger generation to move around, get comfortable everywhere, because you never know where it's going to happen. Yeah. And Table Rock is a lake of, in the springtime, early spring, we can go to the dam and throw a watermelon seed wigglewort and have 12-foot visibility, and it doesn't matter because they're coming in to spawn and they're going to eat, and it doesn't matter what color the bait is. But for the other 8-9 months out of the year, I spent more time putting in somewhere and put it in Ants Creek and run to Big M Marina, or put it in Ants Creek and run to Long Creek, because part of my plan was looking for watercolor. And a lot of people go, well, it's you're looking for dirty watercolor. A tint. Yeah. It's amazing how much a tint can make a difference in a bite, whether it be a shallow bite or a deep bite. It gives those fish a little bit of comfortability. I've kind of always told people this story, and there'll be some guys on here go, yeah, I've heard that from them. That if I take you and put you in the middle of your room and turn all the lights off, you're not comfortable. But if I walk you over to the wall and you can put one hand on the wall and turn the lights off, your comfort level increases because you know where you are. And that's the same thing that when you get a heavy tent, a dirty water, those fish are going to go stick one fin on the bank somewhere. And that bank might be 20 foot deep, or that brush pile might be 30 foot deep, but they're a little more comfortable because they feel like they can ambush and eat better. I've been without a boat. They sold my boat after the Pro Guide tournament that Pate put on, which was a phenomenal event. They're just such
got
great,
my shirt on today.
Yeah, I mean, they're just great people. I come in on Saturday and we weighed in, and one of my salesmen looked at me and said, "Hey, your boat's sold. You need to get it emptied." And so Monday I took it in and they delivered it on Tuesday. I have not had a boat in my garage for 12 weeks. And in 45 years, I've never not had a boat. I mean, maybe a week, 2 weeks, but I haven't been putting the time in. I told a bunch of the guys, I was at one of our coffee shops and there's a bunch of anglers that are always hanging out there. And I looked at all of them and I said, "Boys, you got two options." I says, "If you vote for me, I won't be on the water. If you don't vote for me, I'm going to go back to fishing, and then you got to worry about me taking your money." So
there you go.
They all kind of looked at me and were like, "Yeah, we're voting for you."
That's good. Watercolor, everybody knows it's been around Table Rock Lake. You get that crystal clear water and there's no wind and it can be brutally tough, in those areas where it's clear with no wind. And would you say that the watercolor, even having that tint is probably one of the most important things?
Well, for the way that I like to fish and the way that a lot of the guys I grew up with like to fish, I think that was a real key for us. Now, the curveball. The curveball is this younger generation, and what we didn't realize and what we didn't know is that now they can go out and find those fish in that crystal clear water and catch them. And, I think it was last or spring before last, Davy Rice. I fished a lot of stuff around home with him, and we went and threw a wigglewort one spring, and we caught, I don't know, it was 25 pounds in an Ants Creek tournament. But the crazy part is throughout that day, because I'm trying to force myself to look at live scope a little more, there was times that, and we were just running down the bank, throwing a wigglewort, throwing it up there. Most of the fish were, 10 to 15 foot deep. I'm going down those breaks and I'm scanning my trolling motor out and I see a fish setting out over 30 foot of water, 5 foot deep. And I'm like, what the heck? And I throw my crankbait out there and that fish eats it. And I'm like, we didn't realize that fish was there. So for that color thing, I think makes a difference even in that fishing. But now do I have time to go in that crystal clear water and run around and try and compete with what those guys do? I mean, look, from a dealership standpoint, batteries and trolling motors that we're having to, and especially the battery stuff. I mean, Wyatt Marler, I mean, that kid is freaking crazy. He's on, or Landon Rogers, they're on their trolling motor on 9, running down these coves, scanning around, see a fish, throw at it, let their button off on 9, throw at that fish, catch it, and then they're right back on the trolling motor going again. That's the stuff. I mean, I look at it, the top water, all that stuff, man, I think I cover more water than anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I think those guys are kind of overtaking us because they're truly not putting the big numbers on their motors. They're putting the big numbers on their trolling motors.
Yeah, exactly. Got just a little less than 5 minutes. Real quick, hit on why is the walleye fishing so good at Table Rock right now?
When we had the fish kill in 2008 on Table Rock, which was devastating, they did a restocking program, the conservation did, of walleye. I know at the Bridgeport area, they dumped a couple big loads of, I think it was 70,000 walleye fingerling. I know they did that around the lake. Now, I'm not the best biologist in the world, so if it was me, I'd rather have them dump bass, but they dumped walleye, and I don't know if they thought that was maybe a forage for what bass survived. But the walleye population is unbelievable. I mean, we've got customers that, you can catch them in the rivers, all that stuff, but we got customers that live in that main lake from Point 9 to Campbell Point Marina out on those big gravel flats that catch the living crud out of them. Big walleye. So it's the population's there. I think it's grown from that. I haven't asked any of the guys if they've done any restocking again since then, but I just know we have a massive population of them. The fishing this year was different just on a lot of different things. We kind of touched on the white bass.
Yep.
Man, we didn't have the guys at home that caught them like they normally did. The crappie seemed like they stayed out in the middle of the channels way long this year before they went to the bank, and they just caught them like crazy. So, but Table Rock is as healthy as I've seen it in a long time. Catch a 9-pounder, we were pretty stoked when she come up to surface.
Yeah, exactly. Especially out of a brush pile that you never fished.
Yeah.
By your house.
Yeah.
Real quick here, probably got about 2.5 minutes. Fish care. That's one of the things that means more to me than anything is taking care of your fish when you're fishing a tournament. You guys do the best with your catch and release boats at the OMTT tournaments. And, just give a pointer to some of these guys out here, especially these smaller tournaments where they don't have catch and release boats, about taking care of your fish.
Well, I think the biggest deal is I know a lot of these guys that don't have big coolers in their boats. Spend the money and go buy one of them Yeti bags. Yeah, they're not cheap, but they'll last forever and carry more ice with you. I think that you got to leave your live wells, depending on your boat. You need to leave them recircling on a regular basis. Once you put fish in there, those fish will gas off throughout the day. So, you've seen it. If you fish much, that at 11, 12 o'clock in the hot weather, there'll be foam in there. Pump that live well down and pump it halfway down, refill it, re-put ice in there, put G-juice in there, and just a little extra maintenance makes a difference. And I know I've lost money by I lost a truck and a boat by less than 2 ounces at Bull Shoals over a dead Kentucky. So it makes a difference. And you just got to put a little bit into that. And I think that talk to some of your guys that that fish. And if you're not sure and you're having a problem, man, we're all here to help because we all want them to live.
Yeah, exactly. And, these smaller tournaments, the tournament directors of, you get 30 or 40, 50 boats in a tournament, you got to have some tanks out there for these guys to set their fish in, especially in the daytime. I see a lot of these small tournaments, guys having to walk up and set their bag down on the hot pavement. Man, that is detrimental to the fish. And if you have to, keep them in your live well until the line gets down low before you go up there and things like that. But we've all got to do a better job of taking care of our fish.
You know what I'm looking forward to this year?
What?
Is the OMTT championship.
Oh, I knew you were.
Yeah.
I knew you were.
I don't know. What's the back-to-back get? Is quadruple crown champion?
Yeah, something like that for sure. But I know you will be ready for that when we talked about it earlier, right before you got here.
I have to come borrow your boat. But
you can borrow it. You can borrow it, man. Again, man, thanks for coming in and being our guest today. And August the 4th, Kelley Power for Stone County Commissioner. You all need to go out there and cast your vote. Everybody needs to go vote.
If you're ready for change and good change, let's make it happen.
All right, man. Hey, I'm Scott Berry. Keep fishing, keep catching. Until next week.
I get to be a fisherman.
The Fishing Radio Show is brought to you by these sponsors: Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, Mustang Survival, Vertus by Phoenix, Sunline, Championship Marine Repair, Twitter Sinks, Gamakatsu, Nitro Boats, Wrangler Boats, White River Marine, Pro Guide Batteries, Extreme Outdoors, TH Marine, Headhunter Lures, CoAngler.com, Donatello's Marine Upholstery, Mercury, Garmin, Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri, Solar Bat, Ulrich Marine, McAllister Marine, Power Pole, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, Bass Boat Technology, Right Height, Port of Kimberling, Kimberling Oaks Resort, Cabins at Table Rock, White Wing Resort, Jameson Heat and Air, Air, Buzz Pest Control, Twin Spring Outboards, Johnson Brothers Roofing, I Am Outdoors, Berry Home Inspections, Lou's Striking, and Full Metal Customs.
KOSP, Brookline, Springfield.